So dear students, welcome back to Learners Hub. We wanted to discuss the sentence structures, right? This topic, which is very, very important. We were trying to discuss it in the online class, but since the signal was poor for 2-3 days, I think this video will help you, right? So let's look at the different structures, different grammatical structures of sentences. These are major three kinds. The structure of the sentence means the grammatical arrangement of the sentence may be simple, it may be compound, or it may be complex. So first we will see what is the grammatical arrangement in a simple sentence and what is a simple sentence. In a simple sentence, we have a subject and a verb, and this represents one complete idea or one complete thought. We also call it an independent clause. So simple sentence has one independent clause. So one independent clause represents single complete thought or idea. That means there is one message which is complete in itself. So now let's look at an example. For example, Joe waited for the train. In this sentence, Joe is the subject and waited is the verb. So this complete message is composed in an independent clause. Now the second example is the train was late. In this sentence we have subject, train, and was is the verb. In the third example, Terry and Shelley took the bus. So Terry and Shelley together is the subject in the sentence. Took is the verb. So what we notice in this series of events which we want to describe, in all the three sentences we have used an independent clause. Therefore, all these three examples, Joe waited for the train was late, Terry and Shelley took the bus, are simple sentences. Now let us look at the second type of sentence structure called compound sentence. In this case, we have two or more independent clauses in one sentence. Independent clause, the ones we just described. So we'll see how to make a compound sentence. The previous two independent clauses that we made, we will combine them into a compound sentence by writing Joe waited for the train, but the train was late. So what we have to study here is Joe waited for the train is an independent first clause in this sentence, and the train was late. This is the second independent clause in this sentence. And now look at the conjunction but. This is a coordinating conjunction which joins these two independent clauses in this sentence and make it into a compound sentence. Now this sentence has become a compound sentence which uses a coordinating conjunction but. Let's look at the second example. Terry and Shelley arrived at the bus station and they left by bus. So in this example, Terry and Shelley arrived at the bus station is the first independent clause, right? And the second, they left by bus. This is the second independent clause. Now let us look at the conjunction and. So and is the coordinating conjunction which joins these two independent clauses and make it a compound sentence. So for learning the use of more coordinating conjunction, let me give you a very popular idea. It is called fanboys. So as you can see in the picture, the formula of fanboys you can use for using the coordinating conjunctions. So as you can see, for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. These are the other coordinating conjunctions which we can use. Now let's look at the third kind of sentence structure, which is more complex, and it is also known as complex structure. In such a sentence, you have an independent clause and another one is the dependent clause, which can be more than one also. Let's look at an example. I took my umbrella because it was raining. So look at this example very carefully. Now the first clause is I took my umbrella. The second thought is, or the clause is, it was raining. Now the conjunction because meaningfully relates the first clause with the second one. So how do we have to see this? Try to imagine that you replace this conjunction because by any of the coordinating conjunctions which you used in the fanboys concept. Will it make any meaning? So this type of conjunction is called subordinating conjunction, and this creates a complex sentence. So let's look at an example of the complex sentence. Terry and Shelley realized that Joe was waiting at the train station after they had left by the bus. So we realize that in this case there are three clauses. Now let us look at each one of them. Terry and Shelley realized, this is the first one. Joe was waiting at the train station, this is the second clause, and they had left by bus, this is the third message. Now this is a complex situation and this can be explained. What is the relationship of first message with second and second with the third? To make the message clear, we will have to use the subordinating conjunction, that is that and after. So we have to understand the role of and function of subordinating conjunction, and no coordinating conjunction could make the meaning clear. So the complete sentence becomes Terry and Shelley realized that Joe was waiting at the train station after they had left by the bus. So in this case, first clause, which is the independent clause, Terry and Shelley realized, joins with the subordinate conjunction to the second and the third dependent clause, so that they can make their meaning clear in this context. So the subordinating conjunction that makes it clear what was realized by Terry and Shelley. So what was this? That Joe was waiting at the train station. Now they had left by the bus. This part of the sentence, means this clause, does not make itself clear if we do not join it with the subordinating conjunction after, which tells us when did they leave by the bus. So here you can see the list of subordinating conjunctions. So these are the conjunctions used when the sentence is a complex one. So I hope the concept of these different grammatical structures of the sentence is somewhat clear to you. Rest we will discuss in the class. Thank you.